Hey guys, how you doing? Mark here, and welcome to tonight's training. Um, this one is a very practical meats and potatoes type of nuts and bolts training. And tonight I'm going to be talking about capture pages and the little things, the glitches that we or subconsciously make, or whatever happens. A lot of people will just create something because they think that, oh, I saw this one time and this is the way that it looked, and I'm creating that capture page, whatever. Okay. But guys, that's not it. Okay. And before we really get started, welcome to the channel. If you're new, that's great. If you like what we're doing here, please hit the like button and subscribe to get more of this information. But I'm going to be doing these little kinds of trainings, but actually I'm building a complete. Well, the initial course is not necessarily going to be a complete course, okay, but it is going to be a basic course to give you the idea of how you want to do this stuff online, or how to do this stuff online rather, and hopefully it leads to other things, because I'm just going to tell you right now, I am doing all this because I'm looking to build a team. And I'm looking to build a team of people that really want to learn how to market online, and then, I can work with directly so that we can build your business out. And that's what I'm looking for. And to do something that's not going to cost you an arm and a leg, but you're still going to learn how to do this stuff, and then you're going to take off. My goal is for you to be making money in the fastest time possible. I'm not going to say within 24 hours. I'm not going to say within a week or a month. The fastest time possible. Okay, with what you got. You don't have to buy any special equipment or special things. It'll end up being $20 minimum. But and you can put more in, but it's not necessary. So that's what I'm looking at doing right now. I'll describe more of that later on, not in this training per se, but once I get that initial training page or training course up and running, and then we start doing some live stuff, I will be introducing some things then. That's going to be within a week, 2 weeks tops. But tonight we're going to be talking about the glitches on your capture pages, the little things that you need to get right. And when I say to get it right, it means so that you can have the highest conversions possible. Okay? So the one site that any and all affiliate online marketers do have is a capture page, sometimes a splash page, maybe with a capture page later on. But typically, if you had to have one site, it wouldn't be a blog, it wouldn't be any of that stuff. If you had one site, it would be a capture page, it would be a lead page. Okay? And it could be a one-page deal. I recommend that you do at least two. Probably two would be the best. 3 is possible. But a 2-page sales funnel is what I would like to see. So, and what are the reasons? And this goes back to the capture pages in general. Some people are able to make high conversions with their capture pages. Some people struggle a little bit. Most marketers, I'm going to tell you what we do, is we test. We test all the time. We develop what we think are going to be really good pages, and then we put them out there. And then we put another one up next to it, and we see which ones do the best. Which ones have the higher conversion rates? And I want you to think of this as a puzzle, or not just a puzzle, but maybe a game where you're leading a person to certain points within that game. And of course, the end of the game is where they get involved with you. They buy your product, they purchase your service, whatever it may be. Hopefully it's something like this where they join a team, and then you're going to keep on, you're going to develop your relationship, and you're going to continue to work with these folks for many years to come. But what are the reasons why some marketers have higher conversions and when others struggle? That's what we're going to talk about. And tonight we're just going to focus on a few things, a couple of items that you need to think about, excuse me, whenever you're designing your capture page. Okay, and this applies to all of them. Doesn't matter which niche you are, doesn't matter where you get them from, if you get them from ClickFunnels, Lead Pages, wherever, no matter where you get them from, okay, there are certain things about these pages, about the designs that you want to be thinking about, okay. There's always a few elements that you need to consider, okay, and the first is a headline. And typically, you're going to want an emotionally compelling headline, not a logically based headline, but an emotional headline. This is what people respond to, most people. Okay. Now, you could have a very logically based headline, and it might get some traction. It may not. It might do okay, but I promise you, if you do an emotionally compelling headline, okay, emotionally charged, saying something like, quit wasting your life away working for someone else. Our students are stuffing their bank accounts with cash. Okay. Now, all of that is, that is a bunch of emotional stuff going there. It's not necessarily hype. It is a bit hyperbolic, but it could be true. Okay. But the very first thing that I'm saying is, quit with the job that's not really taking care of you. Okay. And this is going to be a feeling that a lot of people are going to have. And I'm going to show you another example of that in a minute. And the minute is here, because I'm going to talk about ClickFunnels for a second. And I'm not promoting ClickFunnels tonight. I don't have an affiliate link here or anything like that. Like I said, this training's free. There's no obligation whatsoever to anything that I have here tonight. But I think this is a great example of, and ClickFunnels is great. Those folks over there they're super professional marketers. They know what they're doing, and they know their product. Okay. So in this headline, the very top up here, what's it say? It says, struggling to get a constant flow of customers. Okay, they already know who their audience is. Okay, they are targeting people that have a business, that have a service, that belong to some sort of money-making program, and that these people require customers or prospects, and they're probably struggling to get a constant flow of those customers. It says, meet ClickFunnels, getting people to your website and turning them into happy paying customers is what we do best. And then they have the try for free up here. And notice the colors, because consistency is going to be another area. You want your capture page to be consistent with your, this is a splash page actually. And then you'll click this button and it'll go to the capture page, which is right here. And of course up top, start your 14-day free trial now. No risk, no contracts, no long-term commitment, cancel anytime, hassle-free. A lot of people are going to sign up to that, maybe with the intention of canceling, but they are going to sign up to this. A lot of people will, because their products are very good. ClickFunnels makes some of the best sales funnels out there, bar none. Lead Pages does a good example. There's some other people out there that do a good job. You know, the other thing is the call to action. Here, start your free trial today. Well, they don't have to tell you to click this to start your free trial today. You already assume that. Most people have been around long enough to know that's what you need to do. But like I said, notice the colors. Once you change it, those colors are all the same. And then they have the same font up here. And in relation to this font here, Meet ClickFunnels, with getting people to your website, blah, 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 you same thing here. Start your 14-day free trial now. No risk, no contracts. Cancel anytime, hassle free. Okay, and that's just one example. Let's go to some other pages that I found. This one, I just doing random searches. Up here at the top, you've got a limited time training, new on-demand masterclass. This is another splash page. And this one here, she really likes pictures of herself. Ashley, I guess Kincaid, maybe it's Kincaid. I don't know. But here, discover how my students use my own Photon system, so they don't have to develop their own, to grow a six-figure Amazon business. Now, while the emotion isn't really boom there, what she does have what she does have highlighted here is six-figure, okay? Because people are after that elusive six-figure income, okay? And then she goes in and she starts describing things. But if you go to her training, let's see, boom. Now, notice the color. The color is the same as the color on this other page right here. And this is the capture page. And she's got very limited spots. What she should have done here is she should have made probably this site. She should have said, we have a class, limited enrollment, and had maybe a countdown timer on it. And then she could have synced that countdown timer here as well. And then the very limited spots would be like, you wouldn't be sitting there looking at it going, yeah, bullshit, this is, that's just a ploy. Which it is, by the way. I guarantee you, this site or one like it will be up forever, as long as she's selling this course. Notice here all of the stuff that she's asking for. Now, for this particular site, that might be okay. But with an initial capture page, I would not recommend this much information. Not until you put something out there, have a little bit of a relationship built. Okay. Now, believe it or not, just within those few seconds of somebody, looking at this initial page and going through it and reading some things and whatnot, she tells you what she's got. She doesn't have any testimonials, which is fine. She talks about the things that she's done. This is her story up in here. It's kind of typical. And she's really she's promoting this training, which is fine. But believe it or not, just in this little time, if somebody's gone through this, they have already developed a little bit of a relationship, a little bit of understanding of where she's coming from. And, people are thinking, oh, okay, I've heard of Amazon may be a good deal, maybe a good affiliate program to join. And now this lady is telling me all about it, and she's telling me her story. I really think I'd like to take her class. So when they do that, and this is where where should we send your link to the class? I would probably put something else in there, once again, for a little bit of an emotional draw or whatever. But you could fill this out, and then you would go, and you could click this for a text message, which I wouldn't do. But you could go to the next page, and I promise you the colors would be similar. I don't know what's on that other page, and I'm not going to put in my email address either to do that. Here's another one. Remote tasks, play on words with remote, working remotely. Earn up to 600 weekly training AI chatbots. Well, that's a very generic blah, blah, blah. Explode your income by, explode your income up to $500 or $600 weekly. Simply training AI chatbots, something like that. Then it has down here, start earning today. And you click that, and it's going to take you here. Once again, colors. Color here. They've got their logo up here. Same thing. They've got their logo over here now. But they still have that green color in here. And you can log in, or you can continue with Facebook, Google, whatever. And it's very, very typical. Here's another one. Writer's work. It's a splash page once again, and it's going to take you to it's going to take you to this. Okay, it is a capture page. It's just a little bit different. Okay. But notice once again the colors. Okay, got this green here, the orange. This is mainly that green, obviously. Get qualified, get started in less than 30 minutes, blah, blah, blah. Then they have some other crappy things over here, some AI things over here. So guys, basically that's it in a nutshell. We're just looking to create that continuity. All of these that I've seen tonight, most of these, you could do a little bit better on the emotional plea, if you will. But essentially, that's it. These are the things that people forget. They'll just make up these capture pages. As long as they have an email address on them, they're good. Blah blah blah. Typically, when you're starting, this is something else that people do. Typically, when you're starting, I would do a email address, maybe a name, and I would say first name, not full name. And you would do that. It's like I said, the email address for sure, because you got to have that. The name, the thing about it is when you start asking for more information, less and less people will respond. So that's one of the reasons why I very rarely will put in a phone number. What I do differently is something that I will show you in another training course, and you may have already done it once before, but I promise you the people that are going to my course, all of them will do it, and it's a way that I get information from people. Of course, all your information, anything that you put in on one of my courses, it goes to me. I don't sell that information at all. I don't pass it on to anybody else. But I collect a lot more information, but I do not do it on a capture page. And the reason why is because your total goal on this capture page, your whole goal, is to get people to put in their email address and send it to you, because you're list building. And if you don't realize it, you are in the business of building a list. And we're going to go over why you want to build that list in another video, in a subsequent video, maybe a video I put out tomorrow night. Last thing is your call to action, how you apply it. Let me tell you something. In everything that you do, there needs to be some sort of call to action. Even if you're writing emails and sending emails that is just, they're content based, you're not promoting a product or anything, you still need to have that call to action to tell people to go to your article, to go to your video, whatever it is. I don't care if you're out there getting a ton of friends, a ton of follows on all your social media stuff. That does not equal conversions. And if you don't ever ask, there'll be 0 conversions. So guys, like I said, if you like this training, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button if you thought the information was decent, and leave a comment on what you think about the training. And like I said, this is quickie training. This isn't even the real deal. This is just some initial stuff. Guys, if you want to see more of this, let me know. Let me know where you're having your biggest challenge. You know, what are you struggling with? Is it traffic generation? What is it? Let me know in the comments. Like I said, hit us up, hit the like button, and subscribe. Guys, thank you for showing up. I hope you got this far, and I hope you have a great night, day, whatever it may be. I'll see you at the top.